Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. These chilling words have been whispered for nearly a century. They are part of the legend surrounding one of history's greatest archaeological discoveries, the tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy king of ancient Egypt. But is there any truth to the so-called curse of the pharaohs? Did opening the tomb unleash a string of tragedies, or is it all just a coincidence? Stay with me as we unearth the secrets of Howard Carter, Lord Carnarvon, and the mysterious curse tied to Egypt's most famous ruler, the search for a lost king. Our story begins in the early 20th century, a golden age for archaeology. In the deserts of Egypt's Valley of the Kings, explorers from around the world were racing to uncover ancient treasures. One name stood out among them, Howard Carter, a British archaeologist with an unshakable determination to find the tomb of King Tutankhamun, a relatively obscure pharaoh who ruled during the 18th dynasty, over 3,300 years ago. For years, Carter searched tirelessly, funded by the wealthy aristocrat Lord Carnarvon. Many believed that all the tombs in the Valley of the Kings had already been discovered, but Carter was convinced otherwise. 1917 to 1921, Carter excavated site after site with little success. Skeptics began to mock his efforts, calling it a fool's quest. 1922, on the brink of losing funding, Carter's persistence paid off. In November, he discovered a set of stone steps leading to a sealed doorway. Could this be the untouched tomb of Tutankhamun? Breaking the seal. On November 26, 1922, Carter and his team entered the tomb. What they found inside would change history forever. The antechamber. The first chamber was filled with treasures, gilded chariots, golden statues, and ceremonial objects. It was a dazzling display of wealth and artistry, untouched for millennia. The burial chamber. Deeper inside, Carter discovered the sarcophagus of Tutankhamun himself. The intricate golden coffin was a masterpiece, housing the mummified remains of the boy king. Hieroglyphs and warnings. Among the artifacts were inscriptions warning of dire consequences for those who disturbed the tomb. One chilling phrase read, "Cursed be he who moves my body. Death shall slay with his wings whoever disturbs the peace of the pharaoh." While Carter dismissed the warnings as superstition, others weren't so sure. The curse takes hold. The world was captivated by the discovery, but soon tragedy struck. Lord Carnarvon's death, 1923. Just months after the tomb's opening, Carnarvon died unexpectedly. He had been bitten by a mosquito, and the wound became infected, leading to blood poisoning. The timing of his death fueled rumors of the pharaoh's curse. Other unusual deaths. Within a few years, several individuals connected to the tomb met untimely ends. Arthur Mace, a key member of Carter's team, died of mysterious causes. George J. Gould, a wealthy visitor to the tomb, fell ill shortly after his visit and died. A.C. Mace, another archaeologist, also passed away under strange circumstances. Each death added to the legend, with newspapers dubbing it the Curse of King Tut. A media frenzy. The idea of a curse captured the public's imagination. Sensational headlines filled newspapers. Tutankhamun's curse claims another victim. Death follows those who disturb the pharaoh's rest. Authors, filmmakers, and conspiracy theorists began weaving tales of ancient magic, vengeful spirits, and divine retribution. But was the curse real, or were these deaths a series of unfortunate coincidences? Science versus superstition. Skeptics and scientists offered more rational explanations for the supposed curse. Bacteria and mold. The sealed tomb may have contained harmful microorganisms that caused illnesses when disturbed. Coincidence. Statisticians pointed out that most of Carter's team lived long, healthy lives, suggesting the curse was exaggerated. Media hype. The press sensationalized the story to sell newspapers, amplifying the idea of a supernatural curse. Howard Carter himself dismissed the curse entirely. Despite spending years in the tomb, he lived until 1939. Dying of natural causes at the age of 64. The legacy of the curse. Whether real or imagined, the curse of Tutankhamun remains one of the most enduring legends of modern archaeology. It has inspired countless books, movies, and debates, solidifying King Tut's place in popular culture. But the mystery doesn't end here. In part 2, we'll explore the life and death of Tutankhamun himself, the secrets revealed by his tomb, and the controversies surrounding his reign. Was the boy king truly cursed, or was his legacy manipulated by those who came after him? Stay tuned as we unravel the next chapter in this fascinating tale. Tutankhamun's tomb may have sparked a global fascination with ancient Egypt, but the pharaoh himself remains an enigma. Who was this boy king, and how did his short life shape one of the most powerful civilizations in history? In this chapter, we'll dive into the mysteries of Tutankhamun's reign, the secrets revealed by his tomb, and the lingering controversies about his untimely death. A boy becomes pharaoh. Tutankhamun, or King Tut, was born around 1342 BCE during the 18th dynasty, a golden age of the Egyptian New Kingdom. He ascended to the throne at just 9 years old, making him one of the youngest pharaohs in history. 1. A turbulent time in Egypt. Tutankhamun inherited a kingdom in chaos. His father, Akhenaten, had upended centuries of tradition by instituting a radical new religion centered on the worship of the Aten, a sun disk. This move angered powerful priests and destabilized the empire. A new religion, Akhenaten's monotheistic revolution, replaced Egypt's pantheon of gods, including the beloved Ammonius, with a single deity. A divided nation, the shift caused social and political unrest, and many saw Tutankhamun as a symbol of restoration. 2. Tutankhamun's reign. During his brief reign, advisors and priests guided Tutankhamun in restoring Egypt's traditional religion. Temples to Ammonius were rebuilt, and the royal court moved back to Thebes, the religious capital. While Tutankhamun's reign marked a return to stability, he left few personal accomplishments due to his youth and early death. The mystery of his death. Tutankhamun's death around 1323 BCE, at just 19 years old, remains one of history's greatest puzzles. 1. Was it an accident? For decades, scholars debated whether Tutankhamun died from an accident, illness, or foul play. Evidence includes a fractured skull. Early X-rays revealed a skull fracture, leading some to speculate he was murdered. Chariot crash. Other injuries suggest he may have fallen from a chariot, a common activity for pharaohs. 2. Illness and genetics. Modern DNA analysis provided new insights into Tutankhamun's health. He suffered from malaria, which may have weakened his immune system. Genetic studies revealed signs of inbreeding, as his parents were likely siblings, leading to congenital deformities such as a clubfoot. The combination of genetic disorders and disease likely contributed to his premature death. Secrets of the tomb. Tutankhamun's tomb wasn't just a resting place, it was a treasure trove of historical and cultural significance. 1. Treasures beyond imagination. The tomb contained over 5,000 artifacts, including the Golden Mask, a masterpiece of craftsmanship. This iconic mask is one of the most famous artifacts in the world. Jewelry and weapons, items made of gold, lapis lazuli, and other precious materials. Furniture and chariots, everyday items that offered a glimpse into royal life. 2. Unfinished burial. Historians believe Tutankhamun's tomb was rushed. The modest size and chaotic arrangement suggest it wasn't originally intended for a pharaoh. Some theorize it was repurposed after his sudden death. 3. Clues to his life. The inscriptions and artifacts revealed much about Tutankhamun's world. Religion restored, many items celebrated Ammonius, signaling the return of traditional worship. Personal struggles, his walking sticks and orthopedic sandals hinted at his physical ailments. The curse in context. While the treasures of the tomb captivated the world, the stories of the curse kept the legend alive. But was it real? 1. Ancient beliefs in curses. The ancient Egyptians believed in the power of curses to protect the dead. Inscriptions often warned of dire consequences for grave robbers. May the crocodile be against them in water, snakes against them on land. These warnings were likely meant to deter intruders, not as literal spells. 2. Modern science debunks the curse. Tomb conditions. Mold and bacteria found in sealed tombs could cause respiratory illnesses, explaining some of the mysterious deaths. Selective reporting. The media exaggerated the curse, ignoring the fact that many involved in the discovery lived long lives. Controversies and theories. Tutankhamun's legacy is far from settled, with several controversies continuing to spark debate. 1. Was he a puppet pharaoh? Some scholars believe Tutankhamun's advisors, particularly the powerful Vizier I, wielded the real power during his reign. I later succeeded Tutankhamun, leading to speculation about his role in the young king's death. 2. The missing artifacts. Over the years, rumors have swirled about missing treasures from the tomb. Was everything cataloged, or did some items disappear into private collections? 3. The Golden Mask mystery. The iconic mask was damaged during restoration in 2014, raising questions about its long-term preservation. Was it originally intended for Tutankhamun, or had it been repurposed from another pharaoh? Tutankhamun's enduring appeal. Despite his short life, Tutankhamun has become a symbol of ancient Egypt's grandeur and mystery. His tomb is one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of all time, and his story continues to captivate the world. In Part 3, we'll explore how the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb shaped modern archaeology, the global fascination with ancient Egypt, and the lessons we can learn from this timeless tale. Stay tuned as we uncover the final chapter in this extraordinary saga. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 was more than just an archaeological triumph. It was a turning point in our understanding of ancient Egypt and the modern world's fascination with it. But even as we marvel at the treasures and mysteries unearthed, deeper questions remain. Why does Tutankhamun's story still resonate so strongly? How did this boy king, who lived and died so long ago, become a cultural icon? In this final chapter, we'll explore the global impact of Tutankhamun's legacy, the continuing allure of ancient Egypt, and the lessons his story offers for both history and humanity. The global impact of the discovery. The unveiling of Tutankhamun's tomb didn't just captivate archaeologists, it created a worldwide phenomenon. 1. The birth of Egyptomania. Tutankhamun's treasures sparked a cultural obsession with ancient Egypt, often referred to as Egyptomania. Fashion and art. Designers and artists in the 1920s incorporated Egyptian motifs, scarabs, hieroglyphs, and gold accents into their work. Films and media. Hollywood produced films like The Mummy, 1932, blending the allure of Egypt with tales of curses and adventure. Architecture. The discovery influenced Art Deco design, with Egyptian-inspired motifs appearing in buildings, jewelry, and furniture. 2. Tourism boom in Egypt. Tutankhamun's tomb became a catalyst for Egypt's tourism industry. Travelers from around the world flocked to the Valley of the Kings to see where the treasures had been found. 3. Diplomatic and cultural significance. The discovery also reinforced Egypt's cultural identity, symbolizing its rich heritage and influence on world history. In the years following, Egyptian officials pushed for the repatriation of artifacts taken during colonial times. Tutankhamun's treasures on tour. One of the most notable aspects of Tutankhamun's legacy is the global tours of his treasures, which have drawn millions of visitors. 1. The Treasures of Tutankhamun exhibition. Beginning in the 1960s, the exhibition toured major cities, showcasing artifacts like the Golden Mask, arguably the most iconic artifact ever discovered, jewelry, statues, and ceremonial items that provided a glimpse into ancient Egyptian life. 2. Record-breaking crowds. The exhibitions consistently drew massive crowds. In 1972, over 8 million visitors attended the exhibition in London, breaking attendance records. 3. Cultural diplomacy. These tours have served as a form of cultural diplomacy, fostering appreciation for Egypt's heritage and raising funds for preservation efforts. The continuing allure of ancient Egypt. Why does ancient Egypt, and Tutankhamun in particular, continue to captivate us? 1. A civilization of wonder. The sheer scale and sophistication of Egyptian achievements, pyramids, temples, hieroglyphs, seem almost otherworldly. Tutankhamun's tomb, with its dazzling artifacts, offers a tangible connection to this ancient world. 2. The mystery of the pharaohs. Tutankhamun's short life and untimely death are emblematic of the mysteries surrounding Egypt's rulers. Questions about his lineage, reign, and cause of death keep historians and enthusiasts engaged. 3. The timeless theme of mortality. The ancient Egyptians' obsession with death and the afterlife resonates deeply. Tutankhamun's tomb serves as a reminder of humanity's quest to understand life's ultimate mystery. Modern challenges and controversies. Even as we celebrate Tutankhamun's legacy, his story is not without challenges and controversies. 1. The ethics of artifact display. Some have criticized the removal of Tutankhamun's treasures from his tomb, arguing they should remain in Egypt. While exhibitions have brought global recognition, they also raise questions about cultural heritage. 2. Preservation efforts. Many artifacts have deteriorated over time, either due to improper handling or environmental factors. Ongoing efforts are crucial to ensure these treasures survive for future generations. 3. Scientific controversies. Modern technology has revealed much about Tutankhamun's life, but it has also sparked debates. DNA testing. Did the testing methods compromise the mummy's preservation? Reconstruction models. Facial reconstructions of Tutankhamun vary widely, leading to debates about accuracy. The lessons of Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun's story is more than just history. It's a mirror reflecting timeless truths about humanity. 1. The power of perseverance. Howard Carter's decade-long search for the tomb reminds us of the value of persistence and dedication. 2. The fragility of power. Tutankhamun's short life and fragile health highlight the vulnerabilities even the most powerful individuals face. 3. The universality of legacy. Though Tutankhamun lived thousands of years ago, his story resonates across cultures and eras, showing the enduring power of storytelling and heritage. The Curse Revisited, myth or reality. As we close, we must ask, was the Curse of the Pharaohs real? Most evidence suggests it was a combination of coincidence, media sensationalism, symbolism, and human imagination. But perhaps the true curse lies in the allure of the unknown, which compels us to explore, question, and search for answers. In the end, Tutankhamun's legacy isn't about curses or treasures. It's about a young pharaoh whose story continues to inspire wonder and curiosity. What's your take? Do you believe in the curse of the pharaohs, or is it just a story to sell newspapers? Let me know your thoughts, and thank you for joining me on this incredible journey into the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.